Hey everybody, welcome back to another segment of T.C.B. Garage. Let me start off with explaining why I haven't had a video in about a month now. We did make a video. I think the last video I made was a diagnosis of the Chrysler 300. We did find out we had an issue with 3 cylinders. The follow-up video to that was me tearing down the Chrysler 300 and what I found. Made the video. It was a pretty good video. My wife, she does all my editing. Shout out to her. She does a great job. But unfortunately, for some reason, when she went to go load it up onto YouTube, it had lost all of its audio. So everything in that video, you couldn't hear anything. You couldn't hear any of the audio, which really sucked. So we had to scrap that video. So today, we are in the garage. And as you can see, we got the Chrysler 300, the 5.7 Hemi motor tore down. And I'm going to go over what I found and sort of what I've come up to, what conclusion I've come to with this car. So let's start off with what we had before, which was we had 3 cylinders we had issues with. Cylinder 2 had 60 pounds of PSI, 3.5 was number 1, and then number 8 was 0, big fat nothing. So what I did was tore the engine completely down, which we got here. Heads have been removed, the intake, all that stuff. We got the motor jacked up right now, sitting on some wooden blocks because I actually dropped the pan, pulled out the pistons to the affected cylinders. And these were our cylinders that were affected, which was, once again, it was 1, 7, and 8 over there. I don't know how good it's picking up on camera here, but number 1 is probably the worst scarred. And we got scars running, we got marks running all the way down the side of the cylinder there, about 2 inches, 2.5 inches wide. And they unfortunately are pretty on the heavy side. You can feel them. Pretty good. So I got scored up pretty bad. The back cylinder here, number 7, I don't think it's too bad. I don't think there was any damage in that cylinder whatsoever. If you look right there, I'm not sure if you're getting it, but right there, there's a little nick. So a little piece bounced out of that and hit that piston. I think what happened was cylinder number 1, the valve seat popped out of that one. I think everything then proceeded to go through the intake and then bounce into the other cylinders. When I looked at the heads, I think this is number 1. And then there's number 7 right there. No, sorry. There's number 7. That's where the seat came out of. As you can see right there, I think it's picking it up. On the intake valve, the seat's gone. So I think the pieces came out of there, then bounced over to here, and then went over here. This is the passenger side, and then hit 7. So as you can see, I don't see any missing seats on any of the other ones, but I'm just shocked how that bounced around like that. So anyways, the heads were trash. We knew that. Cylinder's pretty scarred up on number 1 here. Number 7's not so bad. Then we go over here to number 8. This one I did hone out. I did go get a hone. And I tried my damnedest to get the scoring out of it. I ran the hone in there for probably about 5 minutes. And unfortunately, we still got a good amount of scoring there. So what we're unfortunately going to end up doing, let me show you the pistons here. This piston's pretty bad. Here's our number 7 or number 8 piston. This is the one that had no compression whatsoever, and it's just demolished. I mean, this stuff, I mean, it's really a shame that these motors were designed this way with this imperfection on the valve, on the seat clearances, because I mean, that's a lot of damage. It's just insane. I mean, really, Chrysler, you guys should have done a recall on this. It's a bunch of, if I dare say. But anyways, so a lot of damage on that piston right there. That would be piston number 8. And then of course here's piston number 1, which isn't that bad. They did take a nice chunk out of it there. Really messed it up right there. I mean, this is all from one valve seat, guys. I mean, you can look at this. Look at the bearings. I mean, this motor has 160,000 miles on it. And those bearings are still in great shape. I mean, this motor could have easily went 200,000 miles. Without any issues, probably. Look at that. There's no wear on it whatsoever. But, unfortunately, due to the fact that these cylinders are scarred up, as bad as they are, due to the fact that honing out number 8 over there really didn't do anything, unfortunately, we are going to scrap this car. There's just not enough profit in it. These motors, if I went out and bought one at a junkyard, they're selling anywhere from $1,500 to $2,500, which is insane. Probably has to do with the fact that they have this issue. So there's really not enough profit in it for this car. I really hate this because this is honestly, I've flipped a lot of cars in probably the 10 years I've been doing this, 15 years I've been doing this. This is the first car I've ever given up on. And it's sad because, you know what, it's a nice car when it comes down to it. I was really excited about actually getting it back on the road and you know, getting to drive one for a little bit. I've always sort of liked these cars. I've always been curious about how that Hemi engine does. So yeah, unfortunately though, this car it's not going to go back on the road. There's just not enough profit in it. I think right now in my area, these things are selling from a minimum or $1,500, $2,500 to a max of $5,000, and they're just sitting on Marketplace. They're sitting on Craigslist. The ones for $5,000 are in much better shape than this one. I mean, the front bumper's busted up. That's going to have to be replaced, and of course, I'd have to paint it. I'm looking at over $100 just in paint. I could probably pull a bumper at a pick and pull, but still, I also need a fender. It's pretty dented up. The tires are all in bad shape, so it needs 4 new tires. So really, it's just economically for me, it's not going to happen. I'm getting too close to where I'm not going to make a profit on this car whatsoever. So, unfortunately, the Chrysler 300 is going to go. So, yeah, I just wanted to explain what was going on with the channel. For the fact that I haven't made a video in about a month. That's where it's at. Also, it has been really cold in Ohio. Very snowy. Winter has had its vengeance in February. It's really a good winter until then. I want to say we've had probably about 12 inches of snow over the past couple weeks during 2 different snowfalls. And we're expected to get another 6 to 8 inches over the next 2 days. So yeah, winter's really it's really trying to kick us in our ass. I'm sure a lot of you out there are dealing with the same thing. So anyways, that's where we're at. Chrysler's no good, so it's going to go. Going to get the Corvette back in here. I got a few things I want to do with it. So those are probably going to be the next video. Sort of some big things, sort of some exciting things with it. Something I've been wanting to do with it for the past 2 years I've had it. So look forward to that. That's going to be probably the next video. That'll probably be within a couple weeks. So if everybody can hold on, I appreciate it. But we're going to get into those projects and hopefully start gearing up for spring. So hopefully this winter breaks. Hopefully it's an early spring and things start changing and warming up. I want to give a big shout out to all the new subscribers. I thank you very much. Welcome to the channel. Unfortunately, yeah, not going to see much with the Chrysler 300. So anyways, that's where we're at, guys. I want to tell everybody to be safe, stay warm, and today is Happy Valentine's. So Happy Valentine's to all the sweethearts out there, to you and yours. Everybody stay warm, stay safe. Let's hope for an early spring, and I will see you guys in the next one. All right.